Kuler.
Hi, I'm Tim Cool, and this is Cooler. Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a little kid, I used to spend summer in the countryside with my grandma and grandpa. They were proud to live just next to the dense forest where I enjoyed walking along the trail in the thicket, picking mushrooms, and listening to birds sing. The woods were full of secrets and wonders, but by the time I went for a walk that day, I hadn't yet realized the extent of wonders our forest concealed. It was a hot day in late June. I had light lunch with my grandparents, and then I asked them if I may go for a walk in the woods. I was just a kid, but they trusted me to be smart about all that. I knew my woods, at least those 200 meters from our house. There was nothing to worry about. I took a small basket full of mushrooms and left, singing some children's song on the way. After an hour or so of searching for some fine mushrooms, I almost gave up. But then I saw it, a whole realm of beautiful golden mushrooms. They were glittering under a thick oak tree. I held my breath and ran for it. I'd never seen that tree before. I was so excited. I reached the oak tree and stopped. Everything was shining. I couldn't even see myself in all this golden light. The mushrooms smelled nicely. I felt like all these amazing smells were filling my body, and I could not resist. I reached for one of the big golden ones. I could almost see it in my hand, as if I had already picked it. But then I heard a laugh, an evil, sonorous laugh. It was coming from the ground, from all over the tree. I leaned down, squinted, and I saw them. Thousands of wild jaws laughing and coming slowly at me. At that moment I had no idea what should I do. I was frightened. It was so extraordinary. No one could have expected that. Golden mushrooms behaving like that, like some crazy forest spirits craving blood. I knew it was not a friendly laugh. They were approaching. And I did the only logical thing in that situation. I climbed up the oak tree. It was one of the easy ones with many knots and thick branches to put your limbs while climbing. Finally, I had made it to a very wide branch in the tree crown. I had never climbed like that before, so I was really surprised by my own actions. I looked down and saw many thousands of golden mushrooms swarming at the foot of the tree, trying to clamber up, but failing. I felt exhausted, yet peaceful. I was sure they wouldn't get me there, and I would not get down. No. Several hours later, hunger kicked in. I remember fantasizing about a nice cabbage roll my grandma is famous for. As I was lying on this uncomfortable flat branch, looking at the starry night, then I heard something in the leaves. Two big eyes were staring at me. I was afraid. There was nowhere for me to go. I thought to myself, golden mushrooms, although darkened, are still there at the bottom. I cannot jump and try to run. I'm too weak. I'd probably break all my bones from this height. And then the eyes started talking. You seem stranded. I looked at it and saw a huge owl talking to me like a human being. I was shocked. By that time I knew well enough that animals don't talk unless it's a fairy tale or a cartoon. You seem stupid, it continued talking to me. I didn't know how to answer that. You don't learn at school how to make a conversation with a talking owl, which tries to insult you while you are lying on a tree because you fled from evil golden mushrooms. So I said the only thing which came to my mind at the moment. No, you are. It looked offended, no shit. I'm wise, and you are not, little boy. Okay, I felt exhausted. If you are, so could you tell me how can I get back to my grandma and grandpa? No, they all answered. I couldn't think of anything else. I yawned and fell asleep. In the morning, Owl was still there, staring at me, and it told me one more time, "You seem stupid." "I've heard that one before, you stupid owl," I responded. And it just flew away. And that's when I saw that this owl had my basket in its paws. I realized that this owl was a kleptomaniac or something. I spent a night with a talking owl, and I was robbed by it. And then it hit me. I did not seem stupid. I was stupid. And then it hit me again. This time it was a heavy oak branch. It felt like a boxing glove. And I was falling from a tree. While falling, I thought to myself that I was no longer welcome there, on a tree. Maybe the realization of stupidity itself was a deal breaker. I fell on the golden mushroom pillows. So soft and nice. No scary faces around, nothing was intimidating in their appearance. I got up, picked some mushrooms I could carry in my hands, and went away, leaving the oak tree behind. My grandparents were worried, of course, as I was eating freshly cooked julienne. I told them some bullshit story about getting lost in the raspberry bushes and falling asleep because of the sweet smell. I knew my grandma and grandpa were not ready for evil mushrooms and insolent owls. But this is my story. Keep it imaginative. Until the next time. Bye.